will do against Sandstorm's Orb. Again, we did talk about a little bit, they were able to compete against each other in max mode, but we also talked about the fact that Sandstorm did really, really bad at max mode. So I'm curious to see how he does here. Obviously, he's been doing all right so far, was able to beat Kamal Kun to get into this position against Raydish.
So let's see what Sandstorm brings to the table here with the Priya. Of course, no shortage of this new legend in the bracket for Europe and South America yesterday. So one of the best to ever do it, donning the new weapon as well. Could be fun.
We are seeing Raydish pulling a little bit back, trying to utilize the range that Orb affords. Nice. Able to get that dare into the nair as well. Extra damage, then another neutral air. Raydish getting some better trades here over Sandstorm, but really no big swings just yet. Sandstorm not able to get those momentum bringers, though. He hasn't gotten, like, side-light neutral air. Here's the first string coming out from Sandstorm.
Yeah, but I think if Raydish can put himself at a 45 coming down, then he has a really strong counter-attacking option. So I'm wondering if Sandstorm's going to start paying attention to that a little bit more. Raydish navigating around the platforms. We had talked about yesterday Miami Dome potentially being a really good stage for Priya, getting those down to up blast zone combos and resetting jumps on the side soft platforms.
Dude, I gotta call out, Sandstorm had just a really good read on Raydish's movement. He did the two-piece and then matched Raydish's dodge down to continue the sequence. Ended up getting 4 hits for it. Now he's over to the sword, wants to get that KO move, but Raydish might get it first with these recoveries.
This is a wait. Oh, he waited for the burn dodge from Sandstorm as well. Good, well, perfectly executed, and Sandstorm, perhaps in a rare sight, using the sword to find first strike versus Raydish.
Bro, this is kind of what I would want from the Priyas, is like, if you're gonna be an unfused Priya player, that's fine. If you want to have your chakras be split, that's fine, but then use the sword. It'll be a little bit more efficient for those KOs. Here we go, vertical, tries to get that neutral air, but Raydish able to drift away.
Okay, navigating around those side platforms. Raydish just looking for a safe place to land, waiting for a weapon spawn as well, and the Orb's back online. Okay, Sandstorm looks like he's started to find at least like a level 1 answer to the 45-degree landings from Raydish, right? So he can just cover that with recovery, and Raydish doesn't really have much of a counterplay there. Needs to get out. There's the Sair from Raydish to close out his first stock against Sandstorm.
Gonna juggle weapons. Likely will be an all-orb game on the side of Raydish. I don't expect him to have boots for too much of this set, but here comes Sandstorm underneath with that recovery. Raydish still with the weapon.
Off stage. Oh! The charge! So scary, but Raydish, the patient play to dip all the way down, but loses the stock off the top regardless. Sandstorm, pretty firm lead.
Great pickup there from Sandstorm. Got the neutral light, got the dodge read with the down air, and that was full money on his side. Another vertical play, but Raydish able to get away as Sandstorm runs out of resources.
Sandstorm resetting again. Does he touch down? He does.
Okay, Raydish got away from that one, but he's taking a lot of damage. Dodges up this time, and Sandstorm not able to catch it.
Ooh, nice throw to force weapon Raydish into an option off stage.
Another side air. Yep. Sandstorm looking solid. I like that final sequence where he hits the side light and he's like, I'm off stage, what do? Gravity cancel, neutral light for the jump side air. Because in that position, it's kind of like what happens with greatsword players. It's like they do their two-piece and they're like, oh, I'm in the open air. I guess I'll just do a gravity cancel finisher. And so I like that like very quick reaction from Sandstorm.
Yeah, a couple things I'm seeing as we go through some of the replays here. Sandstorm notably is not making as liberal use of the dares that we've seen from some of the European Priya players that were all over the bracket yesterday. Just playing, I would say, almost like a quote-unquote more honest game plan against Raydish, which is bizarre for me to say out loud because I feel like Red Raptor and the Orb is pretty honest as well. It's like, sidelight Sair, it's on the table, that's what I got here, bro. I'm a little nervous about Raydish going for some of these low damage combos, right? Specifically ones that end in recovery, because it could lead to a really awkward reversal situation. We of course see a stage with no soft platforms here as the natural counter pick for Raydish, so he can kind of hopefully survive for a little bit longer for these off-the-top skirmishes.
Yeah, I almost want to see Raydish play a little bit more horizontally against Sandstorm when he's on those chakrams. It's just like, use sidelight side air, like you were saying. Like, just keep Sandstorm at bay and then worry about how you're going to get in. But here we go. Sandstorm over to the chakrams. There. Yep, backs away.
Yeah, awkward situation. Raydish has been escaping to the side walls as well quite a bit when Sandstorm finishes his 2-3 hit combos.
Okay, nice sequence there from Raydish. Gets the three-piece, throws out the end-sig, and that's an easy punish on Sandstorm's side.
Okay, let's see. Bounce the ball, maybe. Try to go for an edge guard. Nice weight from Raydish. Weapon toss. Oh my gosh, that was like, like when you get hit in the face really hard in dodgeball and everyone stops. They're like, oh man, like we can't play no more. That wasn't good.
Gotta blow the whistle on that one. But Sandstorm gonna try to bring this one back. He actually needs a little bit more damage onto Raydish. Goes in for the quick side light and diffuse down light.
Okay. Raydish aggressing forward. Unarmed. Can Sandstorm find the pickup, though? Look, this is a big thing that Taza mentioned yesterday as well. A lot of the split Chakram players going for the dares, which unfortunately will just set up with a Sair that often doesn't KO at this threshold. Split Chakrams are kind of having a difficult time finding these KOs off the top. Even when Raydish is at red, look at how much work Sandstorm had to do to just get there.
I actually really like that response from Raydish to just try to recovery away from Sandstorm's recovery. Got him away, but then he ended up falling into Sandstorm's side air. Now we're on even second stocks. Raydish on the boots. This is not what he wants.
Yeah, definitely unfavorable matchup. Sandstorm just covering a lot of space with that dare. If it converts into the Sair, so be it. You just edge guard once again. Unarmed, though, gets the orb right back. Raydish needs to make some magic happen, though, with this recovery for the three-piece.
No birds. Despite being in the air, Raydish not going to throw for the gravity cancel neutral signature. His dodge is gone, and that's going to be a stock on the side of Sandstorm, taking out the lead.
Yeah, that was really clean from Sandstorm. And again, I talk about, like, he's not initiating with dare, but he's using it as a setup, right? Like, it is a get off me, and Raydish can't really contest the space underneath Sandstorm. Otherwise, he gets reversaled. Okay, off stage. Boots, what's the edge guard here? Misses with the ground pound. Sandstorm gets a shot here.
Nice two-piece on the side of Sandstorm. Over to the sword. Once again, like you're saying, maybe a little bit more honesty coming out from our villain here of Sandstorm. On the corner here, Sweat Beads, exclamation points, can't come back. The neutral light was all he needed.
Yeah, Raydish unfortunately not touching the ground after just trying to loop around, get back, get some boots on the ground for just a moment. Sandstorm closes that one out, and I mean, the Priya's looking real good. Despite joining the dark side, stepping into the pool, Sandstorm's doing something that is a little bit different from what we saw from the European players.
It's like Loki. It's like one of those villains where it's like, oh, he's got a tragic backstory. He's a little endearing. He might be a villain, but like maybe we kind of like him.
He's cool. Like I like the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like watching.
He's okay. He's a villain with morals. You know what I mean? Like he gives to an orphanage despite the fact that he's like evil. It's fine.
Totally fine. Yeah. Totally fine. Let's run it back to Demon Island for game number 3. I mean, look, what do you think Raydish needs to do here? Because I think it was, I'm with you, all orb. The orb play looks solid. The boots play was fine, at least when he was trying to go for the edge guards. But it just looks like he was getting outclassed by Sandstorm.
It's tough, because again, like an over distillation is play orbs, but I think like playing those 45s, one of the things that I think is working really well for Sandstorm is that he's actually utilizing the side light really safely as his setup tool, and that's kind of led into a lot of these dodge read situations if Raydish can kind of play around that. But right now, he just needs to find a way to get back down onto the ground.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, sharking the landings, waiting for Sandstorm to just use a light attack so he can at least get one hit in response. Definitely with you on that one. But Sandstorm, I mean, presenting so many hitboxes that are just problematic for Raydish to challenge, right? Like, because if he runs into that, Sandstorm finds a second hit pretty much guaranteed. Oh! Not going to get that.
Did that hit? He like bounced weird. Okay, good movement from Sandstorm this time. Not going to go straight up. Downlight just to guarantee a safe weapon pickup. But Raydish doing a really good job getting damage here. He's in position for just a downlight recovery to KO.
Okay, GCD light doesn't connect from Sandstorm, but does pick up the Chakram on the way back. Nope, doesn't want to get the reverse hit. Raydish with the boots finds a KO off the top for first strike. I imagine it won't be hanging on to that lead for that long as soon as Sandstorm gets one more weapon, and it is the sword.
He's going to throw it away immediately. He's looking for the Chakram spawn. It's on the left side. He does pick it up, but Raydish with some good movement. Oh, that gravity cancel downlight actually caught Raydish going high.
I am kind of interested in why Sandstorm immediately split, right? Because, like, you know, again, we've talked about the fuse properties. You can get a lot of these follow-ups. Regardless, that signature will do the job either way. But if it was like a recovery from ground level, it wouldn't KO.
I think that's why is like Sandstorm's kind of fine with like, okay, there's these inefficient options. I just won't use those. He's using sword to KO. He's using signatures to KO. And then when he has those opportunities for the really high efficient like vertical KOs, then he's fine because he's already got him split.
Okay. So many lethal threats in the air from Sandstorm. Raydish, again, really just having a hard time finding the windows to come through. That was a desperate attempt with the side light that doesn't find any mark. Sandstorm pulling away now.
Dude, this mix from Sandstorm of like, what am I going to do after sidelight? It's got to be playing in Raydish's head a little bit. He's not always doing sidelight and neutral light into dodge read. He's doing sidelight and a downlight right now, which is just resetting neutral. Another call comes out, and there's the neutrals, or the recovery, excuse me, and Sandstorm with the lead.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like, you know, we talked about it in an earlier game from Sandstorm as well. He's not crashing onto Raydish and just going on top of him with Dare to try to get his initiator, get a 3-4 piece going. He's waiting until Raydish commits to the sky to go for the Dare, and he's like, okay, I got you trapped at this point, and then I can get those earlier KOs with recovery that we're seeing from all of these Priyas.
Yeah, he's kind of just like, okay, I'll win out in the air-to-air battle. Now all that matters is getting these ground game going. But here comes Raydish with the N-Sig. Evens things up. He needs to get on the board, though. He's got his weapon. Can he control it from Sandstorm?
Starts with one game for sure. Raydish playing on the back foot. Finds a recovery. Still playing the air-to-air as well, and gets the better end of that exchange. Sandstorm desperately looking for the weapon. He does find the Chakram. Does he have a window to split? There it is.
Yeah, it was far enough away. Raydish gave him a lot of breathing room there. That's fine. Down airs from Sandstorm, stalling his touchdown, and Raydish going to challenge with that side air, but now he's in the air.
Okay, Raydish was presenting the wall a lot of times in these situations, so Sandstorm was indexing for that pattern. Ooh. Raydish doesn't connect with the GC side light. Awkward spacing position. Recovery from ground, still probably won't do it from split.
Man, that dare could have set up. There's a burn dodge, but Raydish is so far away. Won't matter as a side light side air.
It disarms.
Covers high.
Ground pound, potentially. Okay, weapon toss to just reset. Gotta throw the... No! Your hubris got the better of you! And you... Come on!
Dude, that's the Indiana Jones. He was trying to do some style. He throws up, and Sandstorm's in his face already. Just punches him right in the eyes, and that is Sandstorm with the 3-0.
I mean, what I don't know if unceremonious is the right word, but what an unceremonious way to end that set, right? Like, it looked like Raydish was very cleanly going to get one on the board.